Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's February 7th, 2024. Just giving you a storm update because I couldn't resist with how much water and snow we received last night. Seems like we kind of overdid it with storm totals on the valley floor compared to what the forecast was. And just want to start out with a huge shout out to Sun Valley Ski Patrol, doing lots of control work yesterday and likely as of now trying to get the mountain open for us to have a better experience. So this is an avalanche that they were doing control work, trying to make it clear of avalanches for the public to ski in bounds, and triggered it on a northeast aspect at 8,000 feet in the new Cold Springs Chutes area, then on that Sunrise expansion area. And just goes to show you how weak the snowpack is in the southern zones. This is our first real major load down here, basically in the Wood River and Soldier Mountains, more so the Wood River and Eastern Mountains, honestly. So conditions are pretty dangerous out there. The Avalanche Center has an avalanche warning. It's the second warning or second day of a warning. And just want to reinforce that you should stay out of closed areas at the mountain and the side country, which really is backcountry. When you leave that gate or duck that rope, you are in an area where the ski patrol is not controlling for avalanches. So you're taking on just as much risk as entering avalanche terrain today on a backcountry on an avalanche warning day. So huge shout out to Sun Valley Ski Patrol for doing what they're doing. Looking at a map, I believe this area is kind of in between the Glades and Numbers. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Again, like I just mentioned, there's an avalanche warning for today for the Galena Summit and Eastern Mountains and the Soldiers and Wood River Valley. So make sure you check out sawtoothavalanche.com for more information. And looking around at the webcams this morning, Galena Lodge has about 4 inches of snow, 4 inches down in Quigley. They picked up about 6 inches of snow in Baldy overnight. And down in Ketchum looks like a little bit less than 4 inches. Let's look at the snow totals. Soldier had a whopping 0.8 of an inch of rain snow water equivalent yesterday. I had to do the math on that. That's 26% for snow density. That's the biggest number I've seen since I've been recording this. And that's at the valley floor. So as you go up in elevation, that is going to turn to lighter snow. Just keep that in mind. For every 1,000 feet you go up, you lose 3 to 5 degrees temperature of Fahrenheit. And that means the snow is going to be colder the higher you go. China Gardens, we were sitting at 12% density. It did rain about 1/10 of an inch here yesterday through most of the day. Baldy is looking pretty dry at 9%. Picked up almost an inch of water with 10 inches of snow in the last 24 hours. So that's a really good boost to the snowpack there. Should be pretty fun powder skiing up high. And as we get down lower, we're getting lower elevation, less snow with pretty high SWE. Between Titus and Vienna, there's quite a difference. I'm not sure if what's going on there with the weather stations. Vienna looked like it got a ton of moisture and snow yesterday, but lower Titus not reporting as much, and kind of makes me believe that maybe there's something going on with the weather station because of Galena Lodge having 4 inches, but you never know. These things can be pretty sporadic if there's just isolated cells moving through one area and not hitting another. Moores Creek picked up a really nice 10% snow density. It's a little higher for Idaho, but for low elevation, that's pretty good. You go up 1,000 feet and that's going to be pretty blower. Lost River is coming in pretty strong with almost an inch of water, 7 inches down at Hiltz Creek. That's at like 8,300 feet. So if you dare go up to 12,000 feet today, that's probably a lot of snow. and probably a really, really, really scary snowpack over there right now. Because again, they just got a huge amount of moisture and they haven't seen much this year. All right, flipping back to the satellite reel, we got an area low pressure over Washington, some low pressure over our head today in Idaho, and then a low pressure over in Utah right now. So lots of different lows out there that are just kind of continuing to spin in moisture with no, major pattern to it right now. Besides being in southwest flow with atmospheric conditions. Looking at the HRRR forecast here, you can see we're going to have pretty isolated snow showers today coming through, mostly going to be to the north of Galena Summit, where we're getting some wraparound moisture coming in. And I'll take a closer look at it. Snow totals up there, 4 to 6 in the higher mountains, around 3 to 4 on the eastern side of things, and not as much in the valley floor with those increased temperatures. So this is a little quick, maybe not so quick storm update for you. We'll check in with more tomorrow.